but I am thankful to Boston for putting you up, for letting you live there and have a nice little hobbit house.
I am lucky, yeah.
That I can come round and shave you in. And so grateful am I to the city of Boston that this Thanksgiving season I want to give something back.
To Boston?
Yeah, and by that, I mean you and Conrad are going to help me give something back.
Okay.
Picture this. Now hear me out. We put on a Thanksgiving extravaganza, a live event in a local theatre in Boston. Theatre in Boston, right?
Mm-hmm.
A live event called Val Kilmer's Family Thanksgiving Showdown.
Val Kilmer owns the Showdown?
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
First of all, I've already designed the poster. Okay? In big, bright yellow letters with gold outline, it says Val Kilmer's Family Thanksgiving Showdown. And on the poster is a picture of Val Kilmer eating a turkey.
Mm-hmm.
And then underneath, a little subheader, The Man Who Was Batman, in blue.
Oh, I forgot he was Batman.
The Man Who Was the Batman, in blue. We have the time, we'll do it tomorrow. Thursday, Thanksgiving night, at whatever the local theatre is near you.
Well, we're doing it already? Tomorrow?
Yes. The Shrewsbury Pimsbury Theatre, or wherever it is that you people go for cultured arts and entertainment. Opening night. I'm imagining we're going to sell a fucking flickload of tickets.
Well, if people think Val Kilmer's going to be there...
$5 a piece. I never said Val Kilmer's going to be there.
They might think he is, because...
That's on them. That's on them. But we do promise a very special guest. It might be Val Kilmer.
I hope so.
Well, it's called Val Kilmer's Family Thanksgiving Showdown.
It's a showdown.
I'm sure people will expect Val Kilmer, Thanksgiving, and or a showdown.
Yeah.
Luckily, me and Conrad are on hand to provide it. We will be acting as compares for the evening, as their luscious and erudite hosts, wearing smart suits that we bought from a charity shop. We open the curtains. Everyone's paid like $10 to come see this show.
They're paid $10? Oh, they've paid.
Of course they have.
Okay.
This isn't for free. Okay, this is for me to show my appreciation, but Daddy's got to make some scratch. All proceeds go to me having Thanksgiving dinner.
The Sterling Thanksgiving Foundation, right.
Exactly. Yeah. And you can have some money as well, Conrad, because you're working so hard with me.
I'll work for the charity, and you draw a salary.
Yeah, that's the best way of doing it, I think. Everything's on the books and taxable. Well, not even taxable.
Non-profit.
Oh, that is the brilliance of it.
Quids in. That's not why I'm doing it.
No, that's not for the money. It's for the city of Boston.
It's for the people, the good people of Boston, that I will have a lovely turkey dinner while I think about them. Jesus, Jonathan, don't get the tax people on us. So anyway, me and Conrad come out. The audience is packed. Families are there, because it is a family Thanksgiving, so we've got mothers, fathers, children, boys and girls of all ages. Tell them they can bring their pets, they can have their dogs in, their cockatoos, their cats, their budgerigars, whatever they want. They can come in. It's going to be a raucous evening. There can be some noise. We want clapping, applause. Me and Conrad come out. Thank you so much for coming to Val Kilmer's Family Thanksgiving Showdown. And speaking of Val Kilmer, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're all very excited. We have got a very special guest coming up towards the end of the evening. He's the man you've all been waiting for, Boston's finest. But until then, we've got an evening jam-packed of great entertainment. So please welcome Boston's favourite son, Jonathan Holmes. Everybody claps. Everybody claps.
No, they're all at a loss at this point.
They will clap and cheer because I will be excited. And the audience will feed off that. They'll feed off the electric energy of Conrad.
They'll still think Kilmer's coming anyway, so they'll be at least courteous and friendly for the first 30, 45 minutes.
Won't even think they'll know. I haven't said he's not coming. I haven't said that I haven't been on the phone with him. You know, I've spoken to celebrities. I know a thing or two about moving and shaking. But for now, Jonathan Holmes comes out. At this point, I wheel out a boombox with a cassette inside. Cassette tape plays Total Eclipse of the Heart. Jonathan Holmes, you will sing Total Eclipse of the Heart to this cassette. I should point out it's not a karaoke version, it is the original recording. You will be competing with her. So, sing loud.
Can't I just lip sync? Or?
No. Because, don't worry, you'll be amplified. I've got one of those plastic karaoke echoey toy microphones, which you will sing into. Sing us a little bit now of Total Eclipse of the Heart.
'Cause you'll only be making it right, 'cause it'd never be wrong. Something's gonna feel me in the end of the night. Loving and I'll leave 'em and I'm feeling it tight. Something, I don't know how it goes. I really need you tonight. Right? Something like that? I don't know. That's how I remember it.
Once upon a time, I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling apart.
It's a pretty good song.
Well, it's written by Jim Steinman. Damn right it's a good song.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he wrote all the Meatloaf stuff that's awesome. Like, everything good that Meatloaf ever sang was written by Jim Steinman.
I think you
and this version
told me that was originally a Meatloaf song. Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote it for Meatloaf originally, and then, yeah.
Never mind Jim Steinman. This version will be co-wrote by Jim Sterling because instead of Total Eclipse of the Heart, you will be saying Total Eclipse of the Jonathan Holmes.
That doesn't have any. That doesn't ring. That
Yeah,
does
you
not.
can.
Eclipse of the Heart.
Total Eclipse of the Jonathan Holmes.
Oof, that'll not go over well. It's very conceited.
Of course, it'll go over well. It's Thanksgiving.
It's Val Kilmer's Thanksgiving Showdown.
Yeah, family. I don't think anyone is going to
Family
choose this over just traditional family Thanksgiving.
They won't know. They won't know what to expect. That's the beauty of it. All they know is it will be a night of surprises and prizes.
Whoa, there's prizes?
Oh, there are prizes, my friend. Oh, God, there are prizes. But for right now, you know, the audience by this point are manic with delight. They've just seen Boston's favourite son singing Total Eclipse of the Jonathan Holmes. And which I tell the audience that was so good, he's gonna do it again.
Oh, no. Oh, they'd be so sad.
So please, ladies and gentlemen, keep applauding while I rewind the cassette. So I'm rewinding the cassette while you are bowing to an audience which I assume hasn't stopped cheering.
You are wrong. They have left or never showed up.
Dude,
I'm expecting you've got a good solid 5 to 10 minutes of ovation to work with there, Jim, actually.
I don't.
Fantastic, because they're still pumped, they're still riding high. Like, we've got prizes coming. We've got a special celebrity guest coming to Val Kilmer's Family Thanksgiving Showdown, the man who was the Batman. So they're crazy at the moment. Hollering, whooping, cheering. I'm rewinding. If you're self-conscious, don't worry, I'll be cheering as well. So I'm rewinding. That's round to the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm only joking. He's not just going to sing. Once it's rewound, I'll say he's not just singing Total Eclipse of the Jonathan Holmes again. That would be shit, boys and girls. That would be shit. No, he's going to do it stood on a box.
What?
Oh, yes. I can see you're ready. Like, not even you can believe it, Jonathan, and you're going to do it. You will re-sing Total Eclipse of the Heart, but with Heart replaced by Jonathan Holmes, while stood on a box. A small box.
Standing on a box?
Yes.
That's not entertainment. That is...
Oh, is it not entertainment?
Are you kidding me? Just thinking about it, I am incredibly entertained.
You will look taller.
You guys.
Watch Boston's favourite son grow before your very eyes. He is like a giant. He is but a mastodon, staring down at your stupid faces. He's about to sing this song again. Bam! Nothing more to say. Total eclipse of the Jonathan Holmes.
It would hurt the crowd. They would be sad and in pain, a little hurt, physical hurt from just not liking the show so much. They would really dislike the show. It's a bad show.
How dare you?
It's pretty bad.
I worked so hard on the set list for this. Jesus Christ.
Did you really?
Yes.
Holmes might have a point. And we don't want anybody to miss out on the opportunity for fabulous prizes or whatever. So once everybody's in the venue, we should probably, I'm not sure what, if you were thinking like an indoor place or like an outdoor park, but we should probably just lock the doors and seal everyone inside. Or if it's fenced in in some way, maybe just electrify the fence and keep people from exiting early.
I like that idea. We should get some industrial chains. I'm thinking indoors. So we get some industrial chains. We wrap those around the door handles. Padlock them. We should also have something I'm going to call the fun Gestapo. These are heavily armed and armoured officers who we've paid. I'm thinking work release programs at prisons. I still have some motorbike gang connections.
Yeah, but that ought to keep labor costs down.
We'll get the Hells Angels or the Outcasts.
Actually, I mean, the Outcasts, you could pay them in drugs. I mean, you don't even need cash.
Who are the Outcasts? What are we talking
They're
about?
bikers. We'll get some bikers with cattle prods, and they'll just be lined up along the sides. I'm also going to give each of them an iPod with Rolling Stones music on it, just to put them in an authoritarian mood. Something, apparently bikers they get very serious about their jobs when they listen to Rolling Stones, I found. So we'll do that. They've got headphones on at all times with just music of the Rolling Stones driving into their skulls. So they're fine. So don't worry about people leaving when we have dog play time.
Dog play time?
Yeah, that's basically just 10 to 15 minutes of you chasing a dog around the stage.
That's not... Ooh, this is really... it's a terrible show, Jim.
Jonathan Holmes meets the stars.
I'm not entertaining. I have a tough time being entertaining.
No, we've got an interview coming up. Jonathan Holmes meets the stars. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jonathan Holmes. Hooray! He's going to meet the stars. So you sit down with a microphone, well, you just use the karaoke one again. I will be sat next to you, right, holding a magazine up to my head with Bono's face printed in the magazine. And Conrad will wear a hat with the Edge written on it, and we will be you too. And you interview us about Thanksgiving. Do it now. Hello, Jonathan Holmes. I'm Bono. Get some money for Africa.
It's really important that we give back.
that was the Edge.
I think that Edge makes a fine point there about giving money to the Africa, and also about not looking too heavily into where we put our money and what country they're in. So, what would you like to ask us, Jonathan Holmes? I'm Bono Fox from you.
I didn't know you guys celebrated Thanksgiving because you're not from the colonies, right, guys?
Oh, Jonathan Holmes, I give so much thanks for all of the fine money that I make and pay plenty of tax on, so don't get me up on that. I'm also thankful for all of the great people that give money to the Africans. Or give them a good thanksgiving, because like the song says, it's Thanksgiving Today, Jonathan Holmes.
I think that being thankful is something that we can all identify with. It's universal.
That's a great point, Ed. Now, I know that the boys and girls in the audience would like to see me have a little touch at the end of your penis, Jonathan. Would you like me to do that right now?
No.
And at this point, of course, the crowd just completely loses their shit.
Yeah.
And it's not, it has nothing to do with the fun Gestapo and the tasers. I mean, they are fervently about seeing you give your tip to Bono.
Yeah, and that's what the boys and girls are screaming. Not because the bikers are threatening them with shivs and telling them to do it, but they are saying, Bono, give your tip to Jono! Bono, give your tip to Jono! And they've said it the wrong way round. Well, that means now I have to give you my penis. So I'll be like, oh, all right then, boys and girls. Jonathan, have a poke at the end of my Irish knob.
Is he Irish?
Yes, this is a very authentic accent. Touch the hand to my shamrocks. That is Irish, so that proves it.
I think Bono's knob is something we can all identify with.
Wow.
It's universal.
So, yeah, what do you think of that bit of the show? Jonathan Holmes meets the stars.
So it would be really painful and embarrassing to do the show in front of hundreds of people, but the irony is we're doing it now in a way on a podcast that has even more listeners, more than hundreds. So they're subjected to this terrible, long, painful. And I'm responsible. I just have to be like, I'm sorry I didn't make it good to watch, guys, because it's my show now. I'm sorry.
You make a good point.
So bad. Yeah.
Good point. Us doing
this was a really good idea, Holmes. I'm glad you've put together such a fine entertainment.
I didn't want the podcast to
I'd almost be a bit annoyed that he's taking credit for a lot of our hard work, Conrad, but if he's put so much effort in, I'm just happy to step aside and let him take all the glory. But you've got a great point, Jonathan. The worst of it's over by the fact we're doing this now and ruining the Thanksgiving of thousands of gamers who have listened to this video game podcast. So really, wrecking the evening of a couple of hundred Buster Nights is nothing.
I didn't mean to make that point. Is that the point I made by accident?
That's the point you made. But don't worry. If you think you've ruined anything, you haven't, because it's prize time.
Oh, okay.
Turkey shoot.
What does that mean? You shoot a turkey?
What is more Thanksgiving-y than you, Jonathan, with your trousers round your ankle? Don't worry, you've got underwear on.
Oh.
And you're just hurling frozen turkeys into the audience, shouting, "Get the fuck out of my theatre! Get the fuck out of my theatre!"
Oh, you know what we could get? We could get, like, some of those t-shirt guns, but sort of make the barrel a little larger.
To put turkeys in them?
Yeah.
Right, and just fire turkeys into the crowd.
You're shooting frozen turkeys at children while shouting, "Get the fuck out of my theatre!"
Why am I in my underwear? Why would I... What?
Well, you're half in costume for the next bit, but for now, it's just a fun Thanksgiving visual to see a balding man in his 30s in his underwear and a Thomas the Tank Engine sweater firing turkeys out of a cannon and telling people to get the fuck out of his theatre.
That would really, if you get hit in the chest with a frozen turkey that's going at, fair speed.
Yeah.
That'll knock the wind right out of you. That'll give you a big turkey-shaped bruise.
But on the plus side, your Thanksgiving dinner is sorted.
Oh yeah, because you can just eat that turkey.
Yeah, you just eat the frozen turkey there in the audience. So you're full up. Delicious. But this has all been leading up to the culmination. All of this stuff, Jonathan, is mere hors d'oeuvres. Just a taster of the main event. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed singing. You have witnessed a dog. Jonathan Holmes has met the stars, and you're now all eating delicious frozen turkey.
You gotta cook it first,
Get
else get a
chewing.
disease. Get chewing.
Chewing. I cannot be responsible for the actions of any outcasts who happen to not see you chewing. Okay? So, munch on that. By this point, Jonathan, the audience is whipped into a frenzy. Because they've just seen so much, like, to be honest, more entertainment than I think anyone deserves.
And what a value! We were charging what, $20 a head?
I thought it was 10.
It's 20 now. I think Conrad's made a very good fiscal point. $20 because we got to rope in the turkey costs. So
how many turkeys am I gonna shoot?
15.
That's a lot of turkeys.
It's a lot of turkeys, but then it's a lot of joy that we're giving to Boston.
Yeah.
So, anyway, the audience at this point is at fever pitch. They think it can't get any better. And that's when we say, ladies and gentlemen, you came here for Val Kilmer's Family Thanksgiving Showdown. We're going to give you Val Kilmer's Family Thanksgiving Showdown. Oh, bless my ass, we are. Ladies and gentlemen, your celebrity special guest, Jonathan Holmes, ladies and gentlemen!
No.
And that's when you come out wearing just your underpants, stand in the middle of the stage while the audience is going mental. You hold your arms out, like, at your sides, parallel to your head, and then you just rotate for 5 minutes, naked and hairy, while the audience just laps it up.
No. The less I wear, the worse I look.
And do let us know how that goes, because halfway through your second rotation, me and Conrad are in, a taxi on our way out of Boston.
What?
Just to file the money away.
Yeah, we got to make sure that the deposits make it to the bank, so that all of that money makes it to the foundation in good hands. Actually, what we probably ought to do is just fly the money there directly. It's in the Caymans, right?
Nearabouts.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a man called Vas who said he's going to be looking after it all for me.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
He seems trustworthy.
Charming.
So how am I supposed to end the show? I'm just...
You've already ended it.
Yeah, and then that...
You just revolve until the audience leaves. By this point, I think my last act will leave some bolt cutters or something. I'll just throw that into the audience so they can eventually break their way out of the theater.
Wow, that's a truly painful notion because I'm bashful and I don't want the body to be shown because it is a little. It's a yucky body, and I am sad.
You look better naked than Val Kilmer would.
He's gotten a little bloated in his years. It's true. We all have, I suppose. I know.
It goes, right? Mm-hmm. Me, Val Kilmer, you. In terms of who's best to stand in their underwear. Out of us, you are the best of a bad lot.
Well, Conrad, I don't know. It's all a matter of opinion.
Conrad's our financier.
It's true.
He's too busy balancing the checkbook.
Well, that's a shame, because I bet Conrad would look very nice in his underwear, I think.
He won't look as good revolving as you.
I wear long underwear.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we want you, Jonathan, in Y-fronts, probably 2 sizes smaller than you actually need.
Ugh.
Just to give everyone a good Thanksgiving look. Because they came for turkey, and they're going to see turkey when you pull those pants up proper tight.
But no one even likes Val Kilmer.
You'll say, have a look at my harvest bird, ladies and gentlemen.
You take that back, Jonathan Holmes. I heard you say that. You take that back. Val Kilmer is a beloved figure the world over.
Did he just say no one likes Val Kilmer?
He did.
What rot. That is rot.
It's... I didn't even point it out earlier because it's obvious he's not a superstar anymore.
He
And
was the man who was the Batman. What was one of the biggest movies this year? The Dark Knight Rises.
Checkmate, sir.
Checkmate. Ludo.